Imagine this. You're a scientist. It's late at night. The room is quiet, except for one machine listening to the universe. Suddenly, it spikes. A signal appears. Too clean to be noise, too strong to be random. For 72 seconds, the universe talks. Scientists freeze. This signal doesn't match any star, any planet, any satellite. They mark it with one word. Wow. They wait. They listen again, but it never comes back. No explanation, no source, no warning. And here's what almost nobody tells you. That signal came from a region of space where nothing should exist. Tonight, we'll break down what scientists detected, why they were terrified to publish it, and the 3 theories that still scare astronomers today. Because if that signal was intentional, we were never the ones listening. The universe had always been quiet, almost eerily so. For centuries, we listened to every telescope, every antenna trained on the endless void, searching for a whisper from the stars. And then, something changed. A single instrument, buried in the desert, suddenly recorded a signal unlike anything before. At first, it was subtle, a blip, a flicker, easily dismissed as cosmic noise. But then it repeated. And again. And again. Patterns emerged where there should have been chaos, a rhythm, a structure, a message hidden in the fabric of the universe itself. Scientists froze, their breaths caught in their chests. Could this repetition, this strange, deliberate cadence be proof of something beyond chance? Could it be intelligence reaching across light years, trying to speak to us? The implications were staggering. We were not alone. And for the first time in history, humanity had to confront a question that had haunted us for millennia. What do we do when the cosmos speaks back? At first, the signal seemed like just another anomaly, another random burst of cosmic noise drifting through the void. But the more scientists analyzed it, the more they realized this was not normal. Unlike natural space signals, pulsars, quasars, or solar flares, this signal had patterns that shouldn't exist naturally. The intervals were precise, almost like a heartbeat across the stars, repeating in ways that defied physics and probability. Every expert in the room leaned closer to their screens, their initial curiosity now turning into something else: disbelief. The excitement of discovery began to shift, replaced by a chilling realization. This was different. This was deliberate. Something or someone was sending this. And the universe, which had always felt so vast and empty, suddenly felt aware. What was trying to reach us? And why now? Even as the data poured in, the scientists did something almost unthinkable. They kept it quiet. They didn't announce it immediately, not because they doubted what they were seeing, but because they understood the danger. Revealing Earth's location to an intelligence capable of sending this signal could be catastrophic. Space has no rules, no treaties, no morality, only consequences. A single message, broadcast in excitement, could expose humanity to forces we could barely imagine. In labs around the world, debates raged. Should they warn the public, or stay silent until they understood what they were dealing with? Every theory brought more fear. Was this a greeting or a warning? And the chilling truth settled in like a shadow across every mind in that room. In the vast, infinite cosmos, curiosity can be deadly. And some signals are more than just information. They are a test, a choice, and perhaps a threat. The room was split. Some argued that humanity had to speak, to respond, to finally reach out across the stars. Curiosity, the same force that had driven us to the moon, to Mars, and beyond, demanded it. Others warned of the dangers, pointing to every story in history where first contact ended in chaos. Explorers lost to unknown lands. Civilizations wiped out by forces they didn't understand. Survival versus curiosity. The debate was intense, voices rising, minds racing. Every choice carried weight beyond imagination. If they responded, they could announce humanity to an intelligence far older, far more advanced than anything we had ever faced. If they stayed silent, perhaps they could buy time, maybe even hope that this signal was a fleeting anomaly. Yet the signal continued, patient, deliberate, as if waiting for our decision. And in that moment, the scientists realized the terrifying truth. The universe doesn't negotiate, and silence is a decision as dangerous as any other. After endless debate, a decision was made: silence. Humanity would listen, but it would not answer. The choice was unanimous, yet heavy, like a weight pressing down on every mind in the room. Because once a response is sent, there is no turning back. There is no recall, no undo button in the cosmos. Every signal we send could echo for centuries, revealing our existence, our location, our vulnerabilities. And yet, even in silence, the signal continued to arrive, a patient reminder that the universe was aware of us now. Scientists monitored every pulse, every pattern, recording, analyzing, searching for meaning, but always restrained by caution. Listening without answering had become the ultimate act of survival. In the cold expanse of space, curiosity would wait, but so would danger. And humanity had chosen to wait. For now. Then, without warning, it stopped. The signal, the one that had pulsed with eerie precision, that had hinted at intelligence beyond our understanding, vanished. Silence replaced the rhythm, leaving only emptiness on the monitors. Scientists stared at their screens, disbelief freezing their every thought. No explanation, no warning, no trace of why it had come or why it had left. And suddenly, the decision that had once felt like survival, choosing silence, was questioned in every mind. Had humanity waited too long? Had we missed the moment to respond, to communicate, to survive? The universe, vast and unknowable, offered no answers. And in that silence, more terrifying than any signal, the question lingered. Had our caution condemned us? Or had it saved us from a danger we could not yet comprehend? The universe is immense, silent, and indifferent, or at least that is what we once believed. But as the signal arrived, repeated, then vanished, a deeper, more unsettling question took hold. If intelligence exists out there, why haven't we heard more? And perhaps more importantly, are others hiding too? For decades, humanity has assumed that the cosmos is either empty or generously communicative. We've sent our messages, our probes, our radio signals into the void, expecting some response, some echo of life. Yet the silence has been deafening. Could it be that civilizations far older and more advanced than ours have learned a simple rule: speak, and you risk everything. Remain quiet, and you survive. This is the chilling premise of what some call the dark universe idea. The dark universe is not an absence of life. It is a universe alive with intelligence, but intelligent life that has learned the peril of exposure. In this view, the very reason we have not received countless signals, the reason the cosmos seems so empty, is that civilizations are deliberately hiding. They have understood that in a universe without rules, any indiscretion can be fatal. The first civilization to speak may also be the first to be destroyed. Survival, it seems, depends not on exploration, but on restraint. We begin to realize that our silence, our caution, may not be a weakness. It may be the most advanced strategy any species could employ. The pulse that once fascinated us, that sparked hope, also sparked fear. Because in listening without answering, we are playing a game we barely understand. Each signal we detect is a potential trap, a test, or a message deliberately designed to gauge our behavior. What does it mean that it came and stopped? Were we observed, evaluated, and then dismissed as harmless or as incompetent? The implications are profound. If other civilizations are hiding, what does that say about the nature of intelligence itself? Perhaps survival is not about colonizing planets, mastering physics, or developing faster than light travel. Perhaps survival is knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. And in that silence lies not weakness, but wisdom. As scientists study these faint, deliberate signals, patterns emerge that hint at civilizations aware of each other's existence, but too cautious to risk exposure. It is a cosmic game of chess played on scales of thousands, even millions of years. Patience becomes a weapon, quietness, a shield. Every pulse, every pattern, every anomaly is scrutinized, not for excitement, but for meaning, for warning, for reassurance. Humanity finds itself at a crossroads. We have been loud, proud, eager to broadcast our existence to the stars, convinced that discovery is the ultimate goal. And yet, the cosmos suggests otherwise. In the dark universe, curiosity is dangerous, and caution is survival. Could it be that every civilization that failed to remain quiet is no longer here to warn us? Could our own ambition make us visible to forces we cannot yet comprehend? The silence of the universe, once comforting, now feels intentional. It is not emptiness, it is strategy. The dark universe whispers a lesson we may be only beginning to understand. The cosmos has no morality, no mercy, and no arbiters. It only has consequences. Speak, and you may be annihilated. Listen, and you may survive. In laboratories across the world, the debate rages. Do we continue to broadcast, to explore, to announce our presence? Or do we embrace restraint, patience, and quiet observation? Every day we listen, every observation recorded. We engage in the most delicate act of survival imaginable, being seen, but not noticed. Every pattern in space becomes a puzzle, every pulse a potential threat, and yet we cannot stop. The very nature of intelligence compels us to seek understanding, even at risk. The dark universe challenges our assumptions about life, civilization, and ambition. It asks whether survival is truly an achievement or indiscretion, whether wisdom is measured by what you can do or by what you resist doing. It reminds us that some answers, some discoveries, carry dangers far greater than curiosity can justify. And humanity, for the first time, is learning to balance the thrill of discovery with the weight of survival. As the signal fades into history, and as scientists continue their vigil, one truth becomes clearer than ever. The universe may be full of life, but that life has learned the most valuable lesson imaginable, that silence is power, that caution is survival, and that sometimes the safest path is to observe, to wait, and to remain unseen. And so we listen. Always, we listen. Not because the universe has spoken to us yet, but because in its silence lies the ultimate lesson. The universe rewards patience, it tests restraint, and it watches all who dare to claim a place among the stars. Are we ready for what might come next? Only time and our continued quiet will tell. And then, nothing. The signal stopped. The monitors fell silent. The stars above continued to shine. Indifferent, cold, eternal. No explanation, no answer, only questions. We had listened, we had waited, we had chosen caution. And yet, the universe offered no conclusion, no guidance, no reassurance. Was silence the right choice or the wrong one? Were others out there hiding, watching, waiting, judging? Or had the cosmos merely whispered and we failed to hear its full meaning? In the end, there is no certainty, only the vast, unending void, and the question that lingers long after the lights fade. Are we truly alone, or are we just quiet enough to survive?